Alrighty, good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm going to do some cards and coffee. It's been a while. Sound froggy. Goldenrods are in full bloom, which means the hay fever flowers are also in full bloom right now. Everybody's kind of feeling that down here. Alright, so what do we got? We got the sun, we got waves, and we got rings. Ooh, alright. I'm getting a big gist of the rings of communication are causing waves that are bringing things out into the light right now. You know, I actually kind of went into this reading with a little bit, and I haven't done this in a while, with a little bit of like, let's pick up on what the twins are doing, or people who are still on the twin flame. It's not like you can really get off it, but still, that kind of storyline that's going on. We've got Mercury. We've got Scorpio. My Mercury's in Scorpio. Check your charts. It's important. And we've got the number 9. Never underestimate the power of 369. God, that's so good. Alright, we haven't done a deck of many things. So I just kind of want to shuffle these up a little bit. Let's see. This is for out of communication. What is going on? What is the main timeline affecting me out of communication? Divine Masculine, Divine Feminines right now. Fire away. Alright. You lean against me and I'll lean right back against you, and that way neither one of us will have to sleep with our heads in the mud. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Yes, breaking patterns, breaking patterns. That's what we all came to do. That is the karma stuff that we came to clear. The 5D karma and things like that, that's not really what our job is here to do. We're clearing that by volunteering to be here, right? So whatever contracts you're fulfilling, you're clearing those karmic debts. If you're a volunteer and you're here, and you're a light worker or light worker and you're here, that's it. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Well, yeah, that's why we came to break cycles, break different definitions. That's why we have the generation of what? We don't beat our kids like we used to, like our parents beat us. We don't, we're changing the dynamics. That's how we're clearing these things. And the same thing goes for your life. If you notice the toxic cycle, something that your family's been doing and you've been doing and everybody around you has been doing for a long time, and it's just making everybody miserable, nobody's happy. Definition of insanity. You're doing the same thing over and over and over again. The best curse ever. May the full horror of your actions be revealed to you. I don't know is an acceptable answer. Last one. No one should know too much about their own destiny. No one can also know too much about grammar, because I always spelled there wrong. Grammar Nazi, even to myself. Those are my own cards. Alright. Got a shadow for this. Do you want this shadow? You know, we're going to skip the shadow card today. Maybe we'll do an oracle at the end. Oh, that was one of my spheres. Hurry up, roll. Gotta reorganize my desk again. Let's get a story. It's the main story that's happening with this. Clover. Alright, so this story is all about how Thumbelina, after being rescued... Should we read it now? We know the story of Thumbelina, right? She was kidnapped by the mole guy, right? Or she was lured in by her little friend, the mouse, after she got lost and everything, to the mole guy, and he was going to try to marry her and the sparrow. She pulls the thorn out of his wings and saves him, and he flies her off to safety, and he leaves her in a clover field where she makes herself a little sleeping thing. I think they call it a brower, out of clovers. And it's about making luck happen with the best of your situation, right? Making luck happen, or making the best out of your situation and allowing luck to happen. Been a long time since I've seen Thumbelina. Love that story. It's why it starts out with Thumbelina's mother desperately wanted a child, so a witch gave her a seed, and when the seed turned into a flower. When the flower bloomed, Thumbelina was inside, and then her the prince saw her through the window. What cards do I want to use? Look at that. And then Thumbelina, what else happened? She escaped the mole. She almost got married to the frog, right? She's stuck in the swamp with the frog, the weird frog mom. Hi. Hello. This is Kitty Kitty. Kitty Kitty had a couple of names, but she doesn't answer to anything but Kitty Kitty. And the dog is pretty much trained to find her now. So whenever we can't find her, we go, where's Kitty Kitty? And the dog goes, finds Kitty, right? So then, yeah, what? She got almost married the frog. She gets saved from the frog people. Prince is looking for her the whole time. He gets in all kinds of shenanigans. That's it. She ends up underground with the mole during the winter, and the prince ends up frozen. All kinds of craziness. You should see it, though. I like that movie. Little itty bitty deck. I used to have a little tiny deck like this. It was a dark Royo. How tiny they are. Ooh, what did we pull up? 10 of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords reversed, though. Ooh. All right. There is so much love in this connection. There's so much love on the 3D and 4D. Now, let me go over the 3D, 4D, 5D. Okay, so 3D is physical reality. That's what people see. That's what people perceive. That's like rumors, gossips, Facebook, that kind of thing, right? The 4D is more like those background conversations that nobody knows about, the little telepathic side conversations that people know about. you know, like your friends and you have that kind of things. Like you go to a party and somebody's talking to you, and then you look at your friend, and now your friend knows that person. They can kind of give you a little, without talking to you, give you that information. Those are the kind of connections that are affecting the 4D, right? And then the 5D is a higher realm. That's your 5D oversoul's kind of view on the situations here, right? So we have got definitely a very fiery feminine on the 3D. This is someone who presents as very fiery on the 3D, right? We started out with the couple love. Both these people radiate a ton of energy, right? They radiate that frequency, right? That attracts attention. A lot of fiery energy. I say a fiery female. This is the Knight of Wands, right? So this is a very fiery masculine type of female, right? Definitely like it, like the Aries feel off of that, right? Aries are very masculine, feminines. She's got, what's funny though is it's Knight of Wands, and she's got like one of those cane swords. So it's almost like it's a Knight of Wands because it's got the wand, but it can whip out the sword, right, as well. Right? It's a lot of strength being portrayed by this character, right? There's definitely a returning tower, though. That's on the 3D. There's a returning tower on the 3D, a King of Swords, which has probably got this person. That's probably why she's got like her hand on the hilt, right? She's almost ready to draw that sword. It's because she senses this character, right? This returning tower. Something she's not quite 100% sure she needs to be defensive about, right? Now, on the 40, we got the Ace of Cups again, right? Now, this is definitely a lot of focus, mainly on the feminines, but this is like this card I'm gonna go with. It doesn't even have to be the feminine, because if you're dealing with these kind of connections, there's a lot of mirrored energy that goes back and forth. So if one person feels really insecure, the other person does. And masculines are not immune from feeling insecure, right? They have the same things with themselves, looks and things like that, right? So I don't know why I got that scene from Friends where Bruce Willis is in the mirror and he's like, I'm a neat guy. He's hyping himself up, and like Ross is hiding under the bed watching him do this, right? So I get in that kind of energy. This is a love energy, and it's like, I feel like these people have gotten very good at projecting that love energy on the 3D. They're having a hard time holding it on the 4D for themselves. It's a hard time giving that same love to themselves, and that's what the focus is trying to be back on, is re-giving love to the self, right? Because they understand that the only way to get to the 10 of Cups is to focus on self, right? To focus on that inner love. To bring balance to that, right? To bring balance into that energy. To bring balance between the... Really? I knew that was going to happen sooner or later. Physical and non-physical. You know, the 3D and the 4D. To bring that balance in, to where that energy and that light radiate. That way it'll stay with you, right? To balance it without getting knocked off kilter. You know, and I love this card too, because a lot of times it portrays somebody like on a tightrope. Alright, so it's on the 5D already, right? On the tightrope. And it's like, it doesn't matter how many times you fall off the tightrope. Every time you get up there, it's going to get easier, easier, easier. It's practice, right? It's a time of transformation, right? It's a time of transformation and a time of victory, right? And I know this person is coming off as a King of Swords on the bottom here, but you've got the King of Pentacles right above them on the 4D. So just like the one person can be very Knight of Wands, can pull out that Knight of Swords, this person can be a King of Swords, but also behind that mask of the King of Swords, they're really a King of Pentacles, right? They're really much more stable, want more control, don't really want to... King of Pentacles are more about doing than speaking. King of Swords are more about speaking than doing, right? King of Swords can get you, or the Knight of Swords can get you because they're very much the talkers, not doers, right? So that's the kind of balance that you're getting in there. Oh, none of us are perfect. We all have dual aspects to our personalities, right? It can never be one thing all the time. Alright. What's the 5D have to say about this? When it comes to those cups, right? The problem is, and then I think that's the reason why the 4D, I think all parties are aware that they need to start focusing more on self-love, because there is someone who overindulges, right? They're giving too much love to this cup. This person just is laying there. They're done, right? The 4 of Cauldrons could be the overindulgence cup, right? So it's like this person is passed out. They're done. And then here she is still pouring into that cup. And this isn't good for either of them, right? You're encouraging them to overindulge. You're pouring from your cup and you're not receiving anything. So there's an imbalance there. But based on what's going on the 4D, I think that there's a real awareness that there's an imbalance there, that too much love is being given out and not enough love is being given to the self from the self, right? And that's the balance that you're trying to find now, right? You're trying to find that balance. You're definitely trying to build. And I see that the focus isn't so much like above the 10 of Cups. The focus isn't so much on just building the perfect love story, right? It's about building that stable home foundation, right? That place of what? Everybody would like to hit the point where you could just fill your gas tank and not stress about how much gas is, right? Or like, you know, there's when you swipe your card at the gas pump, right? If you swipe it at the pump, it's going to take automatically 70 out and you have to wait a couple of days to get your change back. People who don't have a lot of money can't do that, right? That's the kind of thing. That's the 10 of Pentacles feeling what? Where things are taken care of. It doesn't necessarily mean you're obscenely wealthy. It just means that you don't have to worry about basics, right? You know what I'm saying? Things flow and are covered type of energy, right? We definitely have two kings here. On the 5D. And I'm just getting a strong message here for the feminines, which is why this was coming off as so strong, is that you need to focus more on self-love. Everybody needs to focus on self-love, because I do feel like that you have more than one masculine in your main energy that you might not even be aware of. You might be aware of these people, but you're not taking them seriously. But you do need to take them seriously, because they still are divine energies. You got the King of Pentacles here again, and you've got the King of Wands. Now, this could still be the same person with that dual personality, the masks and stuff like that. That comes off very hard and cold on the front, but they're really fiery and passionate on the inside. This can be two people. One person who's very controlling. I don't like saying controlling in a good way. They like things to... The King of Pentacles knows how to build a 10 of Pentacles, right? And he does that he likes to be in control of that, though. The King of Wands, he's more of that fiery energy. I don't know, I'm picking up. It's like if you had two kings in a kingdom. One king is always focused on conquest and how to get his kingdom more land, more money, more things like that. So he's more focused on playing the court game, playing political games, calculating war, things like that, right? Things that create those type of stabilities, right? The King of Wands, he's more the kind of king who has the kingdom that hosts the best balls and the most debauchery and the most fun and da-da-da-da-da. And granted, yeah, he handles his business and everything else like that, but that's just a little bit of a different energy at the Wands house, right? All right. Ooh, Thumbelina, Thumbelina. I'm getting that whole Thumbelina thing again too, right? What? First she almost married the frog, and then she almost married the mole. And they couldn't find the veil of the fairies. The veil of the fairies. I always tell the kids that when the light reflects from the water up into like the bushes and stuff, I always tell them that that's the veil of the fairies. Or it's fairy portals. Let's get an oracle card to end this out. Ceremony and invocation. Yes, this is definitely a big call into realigning with your own power and focusing on yourself and not so much on others for a while. Right? It's calling to you to invoke your inner powers, right? To recharge yourself. It is great to send love and good jujus and healing energy to everybody else, but it's time to turn that inwards and refocus on the importance of ceremony and ceremony taking care of yourself. That's like the good routine, right? Get up in the morning. What's the first thing you do? You should make your bed or walk your dog or whatever it is that gives you that check off your checklist first thing in the morning, right? This is about the same thing. Ceremony, setting up your things, creating a space, calling in, calling down the moon. It's all these ceremony things. We're at a waxing gibbous right now, right? This is the time of month where you release off all that which you cannot hold. It's kind of like the serenity prayer. Help me release that which I cannot change what I can, and accept, everything in between is early, y'all. All right. I hope that helped you today. Blessed be all those who walk these weird and winding paths with me. I love y'all very much. I'll be back as soon as I can, I promise. Remember, we got the Scorpio and Mercury, so watch your mouth. It could sting. And look up the power of 9 today. All right? Talk to you later.